Hello everyone and welcome to the FPL Gameweek 7 deadline stream with me, Holly Shand, and I'm hoping it's going to be a little less crazy this week. Last week I was just busy trying to tinker with my wildcard, lock it in, but the plan always coming off the wildcard is to roll the transfer, and that's exactly what I'm hoping to do this week. I guess the big news coming into the stream is going to be the Liverpool team leaks. There's lots of suspicion around Liverpool fans that perhaps Diaz is benched for this game and Gakpo starts. We've got an hour and a quarter until the deadline, so we'll be looking out for news. As a non-Diaz owner, I'm not too worried, although I think Liverpool will do well in this game against Crystal Palace. But if there is any news, then I will, of course, bring it to you. If you are here, come and say hello in the live chat. Let me know where you're watching from today. And vote in the poll as well, who your captain is. And while you're there, you might as well like the stream. And if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? It's time to get on it and support the channel. I've got the tweet deck open for any team leaks. I'm well covered, so if anything comes through, I will, of course, bring it to you as soon as I can. You're not going to miss anything today. There does seem to be some sort of potential leak already. So I'm just going to head over to... Let me get the right tab. It's coming in from the COP HQ. So let's just check this one out. This is to do with Diaz already. I think it was this account. So apparently there were rumours last night. FPL Tinker says, do you think Diaz starts? The initial thought was, I think this is one or two different to the Liverpool lineup for today. Someone says, do you think Diaz starts? Not sure, mate. Talk of Gakpo last night. So there's potential. There's even more potential for Gakpo to potentially be the one. But we don't know at the moment. There's nothing committing. But this account is a reliable leaker. I believe I've got him on my news list. Let me turn on notifications. So I don't think he's particularly posted anything conclusive, but there is kind of replies that potentially doesn't. So rumours last night was Gakpo, but this account seems to think Diaz starts. So I guess the account is leaving the options open. But hopefully over the next hour or so, things will become a lot clearer. If you're finding the leaks useful, then make sure that you like the stream. We're going for 100 likes to start with today. I've just realised I haven't actually put like the proper message in the chat to pin, so I'll pop that in now. And I believe I've missed a super chat as well while we've been going through that. I'm just making sure that we've got the relevant thing. So let's catch up with the chat, because I have missed a super chat. Oh, it's from Odin. You always start the stream with a super chat, Odin. I love it. Hope you're all good. I'm terribly hungover and currently on a bus in the UK. Is Diaz starting? We don't know at the moment. It could be as much as 50-50, but we'll keep our eyes peeled on that. So I'm just bumping my chair up because it seems to be on the way down. Let's see who we've got in then. So we've got Alex watching from Nairobi. Saturdays are for the deadline streams and FPL. I've got to agree. We've got VJ in and modding from a bright and breezy Yorkshire. Ashley, good to see you. Shiraz, great to see that membership badge by your name once again. We went a bit crazy on the membership giveaways yesterday. Spudjack is in and modding from Staffordshire. Good to see you. Peter is in from Sydney, Australia. Already done Matoma to Rogers on a free transfer. Do I take a -4 for João Pedro out? Or do I do Eze to Johnson? It depends if you've got a good first sub. João Pedro is out long term. If Kuna's the one, then go for it. But just have a think. If you've got another transfer next week, would you be able to upgrade João Pedro to someone more attractive? That's the question. Yes, Spudjack's waiting for news on Diaz. Fantasy Sticks says, here we go. Mike's in from a sunny Hove. Nelson is in. Sean Field is in. FPL Down Under is modding, and he says, remember to subscribe and like the stream. Been a bit slow on the hellos. Ashley is in. Really torn as to whether I should switch Salah for Palmer. What's your feelings on this? It's a 50-50 for this one. I think Salah's got like 8 goals and 6 assists in 10 games against Crystal Palace. Nelson says Diaz to Bowen or Brennan Johnson. I do like Johnson. I really like Trossard though as well, guys. And then Burmo is the natural replacement. But we don't know yet. He could still start. Nick Julius, a long-time member, is in. You had a great week last week. Great work. Leaving some of the content creators for dust. I mean, my overall rank isn't quite there, but certainly wildcard last week was a great one for me. Shiraz says, will Savio start or should I sell him? I reckon he starts this one. But, you know, it's always a risk. Would I start Aina or Greaves this week? If Greaves was at home, I would say Greaves, but I think Aina. If they can do a 1-0 away at Liverpool, they can do a 1-0 anywhere. Rodgers v Ndidi in the long run. Oh, gotta be Rodgers. Sensational. Right. Let's just sum up what we know then so far. So João Pedro, KDB, Isak and Son are all ruled out for this one. Does Luis Diaz start for Liverpool? That's the big question this week. And a solid Liverpool in the know has suggested that he thinks Diaz will start, but he has heard rumours that Gakpo could start. Nothing conclusive at the moment there. I have got the tweet deck open as well. We have got a leak actually on the tweet deck that Jota starts. Now, I have got this account in my news list, so that is a solid one. So I'm going to update the breaking news graphic with that one, if I can get me. So Jota starts. Diaz. Diaz could. Sorry, I'm just wondering how to phrase this because I feel terrible if anyone sold Diaz this week. Because of the speculation, because there's nothing solid out there yet. But I think the fact that we've already got a leak on Jota bodes well for the next hour or so, that we're going to get the leaks that we need for Diaz. Well, that you need. I don't need it because I've not got any Liverpool players. Again, I might put this account on tweet notifications. Gonna have to follow them first, aren't I? Turn on notifications. Allow. There we go. There we go then. So we've already got some leaks, which is good. I just need to make sure that there's not... Sorry, can you even see the tweet? It should be on this column, to be fair. Yeah, there it is, look. Grizz Khan, Jota starts. I'm just obviously having a look through to see if there's anything else that we've missed while we've been chatting. I think we're good at the moment. So hopefully we'll get a bit more info today. I was just going to update the stream title. Bit clickbaity, but you never know. There's 200 of you in already, which is phenomenal. So let's get the stream up to 200 likes as well. I'm just double checking everywhere else that I've not missed anything, because I've got a few bits and bobs open, different tabs. I've got Discord open, I've got the TweetDeck open. Just don't want to miss anything that's potentially important or significant for you guys. Gonna be one of those, I think. One of those days where we just have to see. Right, let's pop over to the bookmarks then and see what we do know already. So, here we go, look. So this morning we've had a leak that Jota starts. In response to a question on whether Diaz starts, Spy and Cop says, not sure, mate. Talk of Gakpo last night, but he hasn't committed to a certain leak yet. Another Liverpool account has said, I feel like Curtis James starts today. Well, that's whether that is a leak or a try not to be a leak or just speculative, we don't know at the moment. I have saved all the team graphics from Emma Jump the Wave. So Arsenal predicted lineup is Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori, and then it's a toss-up between Timber, Kiwior and White in the final fullback slot. Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, Rice, Partey and Havertz. Brighton predicted lineup: Verbruggen in goal, Dunk, Veltman, Estupinan potentially, and then anything between Igor, Webster and Kadioglu in that final spot. Into the midfield, and we're going to see Matoma, Rutter, Baleba, Hinselwood, Vifa, Welbeck. Predicted lineup from Manchester United: Onana in goal, Dalot, Martinez, Mazzauri, De Ligt, Fernandes, Ugarte, Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund. Predicted lineup from Man City: Edison, Guardiola, Kanji, Diaz, Lewis, potentially Walker as well. Foden at 93% prediction to start. Bernardo, Grealish, Savio, Kovacic and Haaland. And at Liverpool, this was the interesting one. So 59% predicting Diaz to start, 44% Gakpo. So that one could go right down to the wire, but we are going to keep an eye out for it. So that's the key news that we're really wanting to deliver today. I do think if we got a leak that Diaz wasn't a starter, we should look at selling. And Aston Villa, Martinez, Konza, Carlos, Pau, Dean, and Martson possibly coming in as well. Onana at 77%, even with a hamstring injury. Tielemans, Rodgers, Watkins, and then I can't even say that. Fergie maybe over Duran. We've had a super chat in from Nick. Thank you, Nick. member of the channel and delivering the super chats as well. Salah to Saka and Strand Larson to Jackson. Second -4 in a row. Last week did a -4, which was net 11. Thoughts? How terrible is taking the hit? I mean, if you've not got triple Arsenal, Salah to Saka this week is enticing. And I do think Saka is a better option long term because it allows you those funds. Jackson, I'm just not sure about the -4 for Jackson. Salah to Saka, I think I would do that. Strand Larson to Jackson, I'm not sure on. Are you going to have to start Strand Larson, or are you improving him to Jackson just for that scenario? It's a really tough one to call. I do like Jackson, especially if you haven't got Palmer, but I also like Solanke against that Brighton high line. So if you can get to Solanke, or if you could get to Watkins, I think I prefer Solanke and Watkins over Jackson but if you can only afford Jackson or you really want Jackson for Chelsea cover, then do that as well. Simon has popped in. I hope you're feeling better, Simon. And he's gifted 5 memberships this morning. That's very kind, Simon. Thank you. Those have gone to Ahmad, Mwaka, Muckwith, Chris, and Notorious. So if you were one of the beneficiaries of that, then make sure that you go and give Simon a big thank you in the chat. Appreciate it, mate. Alex has asked, what do you think of Mazzouri as a 4.6 million defender? Any better differentials at that price? The fixtures are great from next week. The form is terrible. If we just have a look at some predicted... Oh, gosh, what have I done there? Hang on. Some predicted points for defenders on the hub. I've just messed that up. Sorry, I've just got to make it a bit bigger. So you've got 4.6, yeah? I think it's Forest defenders. Forest defenders, Brentford defenders, Davis at Ipswich and Aït-Nouri. And James Justin, actually, are all above Mazzouri. Mazzouri's got great fixtures from game week 8 onwards. Brentford, West Ham, Chelsea, Leicester, Ipswich, Everton. But their form is terrible. Personally, I don't think I'd go there. I mean, they're all differentials. I mean, you could go with any. I think maybe Brentford defence is where I'd go first. Over Aït-Nouri and Davis. It just depends kind of like what your appetite is for that. Where was I? I think I was just catching up with some questions in the chat, wasn't I? That was it. Apparently today's like target is 200. There's 250 of you in. So be sure to like and also to subscribe. We've had 4 new subscribers while I've been live, which is a nice place to start. But we could do more. David said Nigel's the GOAT and Simon said he's alive. Oh, that's brilliant. If Diaz is unavailable and we get news he doesn't start, who are the best replacements in your opinion? Yeah, it's an interesting question, this. I do really like Trossard, but I feel like I am a little bit short-sighted in that. And Burmo, if you've not got him, is a great pick. Gordon's an interesting one because he faces Everton this week and he's going to be number 9 and on pens. But I don't know if that role really suits him. Then you've got the Spurs midfielders. You've got Maddison. You've got other options. And I can just see that Odin, with another super chat, say thank you, says Diaz to Foden for a -4. I think we need to wait for news. I think you need 2 pieces of news to make that move. 1 that Diaz doesn't start, and 2 that Foden does. I was coming to your super chat, Odin. Your members question. If Diaz doesn't start, what's your thoughts on McNeil? I prefer the midfielders in the higher price bracket, if I'm honest. Muckwith says Palmer and Luis Diaz. Palmer and question mark for Diaz and Trent if Luis Diaz doesn't start. Yeah, I'd go there. How much have we got? Trossard differential captain. I mean, my version of a differential captain would be Havertz. Do vote in the captain poll, by the way, guys. Ahmad looking at Bernardo Silva. I don't think I would go there, to be fair. Right, let's have a look then. What's going on the tweet deck? See if we've got any leaks or anything. I don't think I can see anything at the minute. FPL boys. I'm guessing that's what their post was about. This is interesting. Unai Emery on John Duran. Of course he's going to play in the starting 11 soon. He can play with Watkins because I think now the preparation to play together, keeping our same style, our same demands, now I think they are ready. So that's quite an interesting one to consider as well for this week and the coming weeks. Sorry, my mic's gone a bit crazy there. Yeah, nothing else concrete coming through at the moment. I think we're good for now. So there's been another tweet from Spy and Cop actually. When probed, I think Diaz still starts myself, but was rumours last night of Gakpo. Jones in for Szoboszlai seems to be another. So that's just something to keep an eye on. We'll keep an eye on it. What else did we have bookmarked for this week? We've got so many tabs open. Still need to get on this second screen. Do you want me to go through all the injury news from yesterday again? I mean, I've got the main ones. João Pedro, KDB, Isak and Son all ruled out. Is it helpful going through the rest, or do you want me to spend the time answering your questions? I've had another super chat in from VJ. Thank you. Ashley's watching this stream while also having Peppa Pig in one ear from a 2-year-old. I'm there a lot of the time, Peppa Pig. Peppa, I'm seeing yes in the chat, but is that yes for questions or yes for a summary of all the news? Simon says, I'm going to captain Trossard, so you don't have to. I'll let you know how that goes. Good luck, mate. I'll be following him. Bowen to replace Diaz on a 1-week punt. I don't trust West Ham, I'm afraid. We may not need to replace Diaz yet. Yes, Spudjack says, and Burmo if you don't have him. Maddison, Trossard, Johnson. Like all of them options. Yeah, he did get that early sub. Nick says, I'm seeing a lot of Trent sellers, but I think a 7 million defender who is just as likely to score or assist is too good to miss. It seems that there's just Killer Scratch that wants the summary. Medicant, does selling Diaz and Trent for Palmer and someone else for a -4 sound a bit bonkers? I mean, I'm on low Liverpool and I'm comfortable with it, but they do play well against Crystal Palace historically, who have struggled. So I think long term, I think you'll be okay, but it is a move you might regret this week. Trossard or Martinelli? Trossard's more central. I think he's got the better return potential. So that's where I would go out of those. We have 50 minutes until the deadline. We've had a leak that Jota starts. There seems to be a bit of speculation going around that Gakpo could potentially start ahead of Diaz. At the moment, it is only speculation. Nothing certain. So I think if you're a Diaz owner, I would certainly have a plan of what you do if we get a leak that he doesn't start. But don't act on that at the moment because, you know, things can change. But yeah, I'd be looking at maybe Trossard or Mbermo or a Spurs midfielder. Keep the questions coming in then, guys. Shall I put the tweet deck back up then? Seems to be where we want to be. Let's see what... I mean, this could just be clickbait. I think these are just general predictions. Beth Lindop says give Gakpo a run out on the left. I want to see what this Spy and Cop account's actually saying. So it looks like Jones is going to come in for Szoboszlai. With an issue. So Jota starts, Jones in for Szoboszlai, Diaz or Gakpo question mark. That's what we'll have to do for now. We've still got plenty of time to get a leak. So, like I say, if you just have a plan, then you'll be okay. But Spy and Cop hasn't said that it's not certain that he'll know in the next hour. So we'll keep an eye. That's all we can do at this point. There's nothing else out there at the moment, by the way. Just making sure I've got everything checked. I'm glad it's not my issue. Beardy is in and says hello. Hi, Beardy. We're just looking for Diaz leaks. I've seen I think Anfield Express have a Patreon. There's potentially a member of the FPL community in that Patreon who's insinuating that Diaz doesn't start. Make sure you're voting in the captaincy poll as well, guys. Got about 45 minutes until the deadline today. There's 270 of you in, which is amazing. And we've reached 124 likes as well. Love it. Muckwith asked, best defender under 5.1. I've got Gabriel, Rico, Lewis, Mikolenko and Greaves. Under 5.1. So you could get a Spurs defender. Romero, Van der Ven. Who would you bench between Calvert-Lewin, Rodgers, Semenyo? Calvert-Lewin is at home and on pens. Rodgers is at home. Semenyo is away. And I don't think Leicester are pushovers away from home. So I think Semenyo of those three would be where I'd go, Shiraz. We don't know at the minute, Bilal. There's rumours it could be Gakpo. Strong rumours, but only rumours at the moment. So we're going to give it another 30 minutes potentially before making a decision. The advice I've said is just to have a think about what you would do if we got a firm leak that he didn't start. But at the moment, it's vague. We can't say for sure, unfortunately. But we're on the lookout. I know, it's carnage, isn't it, Ahmad? I mean, for me, it's calm because I don't have Diaz in my team. In fact, I don't have any Liverpool players. I went triple Chelsea on wildcard last week. Apparently, Mike Parsons has been very patient. Need to start either Winks or Fez. Which one? Don't know. Maybe go Fez, you know. Shall I have a look at their predicted points? So, all players this week, Leicester. Yeah, Fez 3.3 predicted points, Winks 3. So, hopefully that answers your question. Let's put the tweet deck back up. All quiet at the minute, guys. Here's my team. So I wildcarded last week. And then it's double Arsenal defence, Raya, Gabriel, triple Chelsea, Colwill, Palmer, Jackson, Lewis and Haaland. I've got Wood, Rodgers and Burmo, Saka. Haaland captain, Saka vice captain. Just going to check on the FPL website that that's already all locked in. TikTok says, how do I get a membership? Good question. If you so if you want to check out the memberships, you get the badges, the emojis next to the badges next to your name, the emojis to use in the chat. All you need to do is press the join button on any video. So if we go, you go to my channel. I'm gonna mess this up now. Click on the join button. Sorry, you can't even see this, can you? Yeah. If you go to my video and click on the join button next to my name, then yeah, it's $1.99 a month. And you get the loyalty badges, you get the emojis, you get early access to videos when I've got them ready in advance, and priority replies to stream. And we have had a couple of people join us in the captain pick tier with the WhatsApp members group as well. So I think we're up to 6 of us in there now. So if you're interested in, you know, speaking directly with me each week on there, then, you know, go check that out as well. And there's occasionally membership giveaways as well. I do them sometimes. Sometimes other people are kind enough to do them, and they tend to go to who's really active in the chat. I mean, it paid off last week, Nick. Wait, no, we've had a leak that Jota starts, so if you're a Jota owner, you're good. I mean, Diaz still could do well from the bench if he is benched. If there are no more leaks, should I bench Diaz and play Welbeck instead? No. Yeah, we've got Discord as well, yeah. Did I not do the Discord? Yeah, so we've got the memberships, we've got the Discord, which hopefully the link's in the chat, in the description for that one, and the mini league. 00GJID. I can drop a link in if you like for the Discord to join. We're at 300 in, which is incredible. Thank you, guys. We're still waiting for the Diaz firm leak. If you're a Diaz owner, then yeah, it probably will be stressful. But yeah, it's just speculative at the moment. Crystal Palace v Liverpool predicted with twist at the death. This is just clickbait. It's just clickbait from the Liverpool Echo. Wouldn't expect anything less. Yeah, I'm keeping a lookout, guys, but there's nothing coming through at the moment. Just a reminder of what we know already. So Spine Cop reporting that he believes Diaz will start, but there was rumours last night that Gakpo could start ahead of him. It seems like Szoboszlai has an issue, and Jones is going to come in for him today. But yeah, no more in. As things, this is from Lazy FPL. As things stand, unless we get a leak that Diaz is starting, which looks unlikely, I'll be doing Diaz to Johnson. Interesting. I don't know if we are going to get anything more firm, which is a shame. But we'll keep looking. Like, I've got everything open, so if there is a leak, then of course it will be covered on here. Jota starts, though. We know that. Let me put the tweet deck back on. Less than 60 minutes till confirmed team news. These are proper clickbait bait. I mean, a lot of these are still reporting that Szoboszlai in the predicted lineup, so they obviously don't know anything at the moment. Do you want the tweet deck open? Do you want to see my team? I'll do some more questions as well. Let's get the chat up properly. Oh, Medicant says he's loving it in the members WhatsApp. Great to have you. Buckwith, if Diaz does not start, shall I start Wood and roll the transfer? Yeah, you can do. I don't love it. Discover Riddles is struggling with being a member. Let me put a link in the chat. See if that works. Yeah, we're still waiting for the Diaz news, firm news. Who's my captain? Haaland. I'm not brave enough. I mean, I've got Saka and Palmer, who I think are both great picks this week as well. Saka with the fixture that could be a cricket score, let's be honest. Palmer in sensational form as well. Haaland captain equals to green arrows, says Shiraz. Any news or leaks? Yes, we have news that Jota starts. There's a leak that Jones is potentially coming in for Szoboszlai, who has an issue. And then there's rumours that potentially Gakpo could start ahead of Diaz. But it is only a rumour at the moment. I think at the moment, if you're a Diaz owner, you do nothing. Oh, Discover Riddles has managed to join at the budget pick. Welcome. Good to see you with a badge next to your name. Yeah, hopefully we get some firm news soon on Diaz. Definitely speculative at the moment, to say the least. Back in a Haaland hat-trick today. I love it. I hope so. Winsley, keep Noni or Selfa McNeil. I would try and carry 2 to 3 free transfers to come off the international break with. So it feels this isn't the week to make luxury moves, I'd say. Watkins captain as a United fan, don't hate it. Yeah, we don't know on Diaz yet. I'd say do nothing, is my advice at the moment. But yeah, we don't know for sure either way at the moment. If the rumours are true, then I would look at Mbermo, I'd look at Trossard, I'd look at the Spurs midfielders. Don't back the early kickoff. If you've only got one free transfer, then yeah, maybe just keep him. TikTok is Captain Palmer. Did you Captain Palmer last week, or if you'd only brought him in this week? He's definitely the most bought player, I believe. 890,000 transfers in for Palmer after his 4 goals. Probably not surprising. It's all quiet on the tweet deck at the moment, guys. If there's leaks to bring, then I'll bring them. But at the moment, there are none. Keep liking the stream and subscribing as well, guys. And keep the questions coming, because I'll probably go quick fire shortly. How are we feeling? I don't really know how I'm feeling, to be fair. Ahead of this one. Hard to say. It's all quiet at the moment. And what we do know so far ahead of the early kickoff is that Jota starts. Jones is likely to come in for Szoboszlai, who apparently has an issue. And yeah, this is backing up from Asim. And there's rumours that Diaz could be benched for Gakpo, but at the moment there are just rumours. But I think given that we've still got half an hour to go and there are leaks coming round, I think the Diaz news will be with us at some point. Some person tactically somewhere for more likes and follows is waiting until closer to the deadline. My advice is just have a plan for if we get a leak that Diaz doesn't start. I think if you've got a stack of free transfers, then it's pretty easy to sell him for Mbermo if you don't own him, Trossard, or a Spurs midfielder. But don't do anything until you know for sure. Right, shall we do some quick fire? Akanji or Lewis? I'm happy to run the risk with Lewis right now. I think that's a nice bet. Is the stream working okay? Because I'm getting some error message. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. This is interesting from Grizz Khan. It is a guess lineup, but it is going with Jones and Diaz. It's not a firm leak, it's a guess, but I think it would suggest that maybe Diaz is due a start. Jalabreza. Is it worth taking a -4 hit to bring Palmer, Rodgers, Gabriel and Vardy? Or Palmer, Rodgers, Raya? Yeah, I don't think I go Vardy. Diaz to Palmer, Trent to Walker for a -4. I wouldn't go Walker. If you want to go Lewis, that's fine. I wouldn't go Walker. Start Aina or Pau. Probably Pau. Best 4.5 million defender other than Van Dijk. Van de Ven, Dunk. You could look at the Brentford defence. I quite like Vandenberg. Should I sell Palmer for Salah? Then I'm able to get Solanke. As long as you've still got some free transfers to roll into the international break. Johnson or Solanke? Solanke. Trent for Gabriel? Yeah. Someone in your league triple captain Palmer. There was only like 1,000. So that's unfortunate if one was in your league. Akin, -4 for DCL or McNeil, or just play Fez. Yeah, just play Fez. Diaz replacement. I mean, the latest rumours suggest that he could start, so I wouldn't sell prematurely at all. But in terms of where I would go, I do like the look of Trossard and Burmo if you don't own him. In terms of other options, the Spurs midfield also looks wise for investment. The latest rumours suggest that Diaz does start though. We've got less than 30 minutes to the deadline. Will Ben White play? It looks unlikely. Do I want your hangover? No, thank you. Let's be brave and sell Trent. Should I use my last free transfer for Rico Lewis for Robinson? No. Do I have the United lineup? No. They don't even play till tomorrow. That sounds unlikely, Wayne. Tell me your source. Smith Rowe Robinson replacements, no money in the bank. Rodgers, Semenyo, Vandenberg. B4 Bandit, spam in the chat now. Please don't spam, else I'll have to put you in timeout if none of the mods are about. Would I double up Saka and Trossard? Yeah, don't mind it. Sell Diaz? I don't think so. The latest rumours looks like he starts. Oh, my sister is in. She says the stream's working fab. Thank you for watching. We've got nearly 400 people in. I promise they're not all relations. Don't have that big a family. James, got on Burmo. Already have 3 Arsenal players. Don't fancy Spurs players. Recommend 1 or 2 others, please. I mean, I'd happily drop down to like a Rodgers. Sancho? Do you fancy a punt as well? Right, let's see how we're doing with leaks. I'm just going to go through all the group chats I'm in. See what Spy and Klopp's saying. Klopp. Yeah, there's nothing at the moment. But the latest rumours are that Diaz starts. That's what we know. We've got 25 minutes to the deadline. No, that's too sideways. I wouldn't go Diaz to Jota. Diaz could start. It's looking more likely that he starts than doesn't. Yeah, that's fine. Would I dismiss the Kai captain shouts this week? No. I think it's nice. In terms of captain poll, 75% on Haaland is pretty conclusive. Akshat is in. Good to see you. Anything I've missed? Yes. Jota starts. It's looking likely that Jones is coming in for Szoboszlai that has an issue. Diaz or Gakpo is still in the air, but it's looking more likely that Diaz starts than doesn't at the moment. Do you have Diaz? Who would you captain? Haaland. Will Timber play? It looks increasingly likely like he will. Just roll do your bench right. Start Wood or Rodgers? Rodgers. Hang on. No, that wasn't a leak. Who should be my Eze replacement? And Burma if you don't own him and you can afford him. Trossard. Spurs midfielders. There seems a lot of questions on this, so maybe I'll put this in the box. Here. Midfield targets. And Burmo. Trossard. Johnson. Johnson seems like he's a bit of a bandwagon pick in the FPL community at the moment. And I'm not wholly convinced that he's even the best option. I mean, if I was buying anyone from Spurs this week, it would be Solanke. Right, just going to do the rounds on all the places where we could have leaks, just to make sure that there's nothing coming through at the moment. I think we're good. We're nearly up to 400. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm still going quick fire. Sell Canate for Lewis. It feels like an unnecessary transfer to make this week. That's all I say. It's best to roll transfers into the break if you can. Will Lewis start? We don't know for sure. That's why I wouldn't be that keen on that transfer. Oh, Mike has joined as a member. Oh, thank you, Mike. Great to have you as a member. Have you been a member before at all? Diaz to Martinelli. No, I wouldn't do that. Salah starts. We've not heard anything that it doesn't. Keep Ben White or replace him. I have Leif Davis on the bench. You'll be fine with Leif Davis first sub. Razor has heard from a reliable source that United will lose. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We don't know on Lewis. Pau Torres or Mazraoui? I don't know if either have got the longevity long term. But to buy, no, but to start, Pau. Will Rico Lewis start? Hopefully. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Let's put it that way. Who would you bench between Wood, Semenyo and Rodgers? Semenyo. DCL or Rodgers? DCL. Start Timber or replacement have Lewis? Just start him. Can Fulham limit Haaland's goal tally? They've only conceded 5 big chances on their goal. So, yeah, I think so. They're at 20 minutes to deadline. There's no rumours that Salah's going to be benched, don't worry. Collins or Van de Ven on wildcard? Probably Collins. 5 in 5. What have you missed, Woodjack? Not a lot. Jota starts. Jones in for Szoboszlai potentially. Diaz or Gakpo. It looks more Diaz than not at the moment. Midfield targets if you're looking for them. And Burmo, Trossard, Johnson. David. Mateta and Matoma to Foden, Delap for a -4. Or just Mateta to Solanke and go for Foden next week. Yeah, probably the 3. Here we go. Team. That is it. I'm going to say that is a firm leak. Diaz benched. Jones is in for Szoboszlai, who has an issue. Diaz bench seems to be the news. I think that account's reliable because I've got them in my news thing. So this is, I think, let's give it 5 minutes. But I think that's a firm one, that one. Diaz benched. I'm happy to hang my hat on that one, I think. Oh dear. I won't repost it. Yeah, so that looks like the news. Diaz is benched is the news. Okay? So if you're a Diaz owner, now is the time to react to that news. So Jota starts, Gakpo starts, Salah starts. It's Jones in midfield in replace of Szoboszlai. Diaz is benched. That is the big news. So if you are a Diaz owner, this is definitely now the time to react to that news. I think we've had enough there. I was happy when I saw the first leak. But yeah, this is the time now to react to that. So Diaz is absolutely a sell now for me. And Burmo, if you've not gotten Burmo, he is the best direct replacement for Diaz because he's got the form and he's got the fixtures. But there are other options worth considering as well if you do already have Diaz. So if we look... I think there's a bit of a gulf in the prices anyway, but if we look at the predicted points for midfielders over the next 4 game weeks, I wouldn't get Eze. And Burmo second, Trossard third, who I like. Gordon's a good pick for this week because away at Everton, he's playing out of position as the 9 and on pens. I'm just not sure if that position suits him. And then after the break, it becomes challenging knowing who to then start. But yeah, Diaz is benched for Gakpo. I'm just going to pin that in the chat as well. Diaz is benched, guys. Oh, gosh, I've spelt that wrong now. So I don't love Gordon that much because he's better away from at home rather than away. Then you've got Maddison in the predictions over the likes of a Johnson or a Kulu. But yeah, for me, it's Burmo if you don't own him. Trossard. You've got to remember, Trossard is nailed to play every game at the moment for Arsenal. Odegaard's not back anytime soon. And we know he's kind of like an attacking return a game player. His biggest barrier in the past has been minutes, and those minutes are secure. I think he's played an 89 and a 90, and obviously he had the sending off as well. That Southampton at home could be a cricket score. Trossard is central. I really like Trossard if you are a Diaz owner. But maybe the Spurs picks against that high line of Brighton can do well this week. And then after this week, in the next 4 after the break, you've got 3 home games in 4. West Ham at home, Palace away, which is again is a good fixture. Villa at home, Ipswich at home. So Johnson is a nice pick. There's Maddison, there's Kulu. I guess the thing is with Maddison is you know you're going to get the minutes out of him. But yeah, the big news is Diaz is benched. So if you're a Diaz owner, now is the time to be selling. So yeah, sell, sell, sell. We've got 15 minutes till the deadline, so no, there's no need to panic. I'll just put the tweet deck back up to make sure that there's not anything else. But yeah, Szoboszlai's missing out with a slight injury. Diaz is benched. Gakpo starts in his place. Jota also starts. They are firm. Yeah. So there we go. Right, what are we doing then, guys? I told you I'd bring you the leaks. What moves are you making? There's 400 of you in, which is amazing. So while you're deliberating, like and subscribe as well. I think we're only about 100 subscribers now off 36k, which is amazing. But yeah, that is the news. Diaz is benched, so he is now a sell. I've completely neglected the chat. So apologies. Ahmad said, would you start DCL or Raul Jimenez? I would probably DCL because he's at home, isn't he? Yeah, the news is Diaz is benched. If you're a Diaz owner, obviously sort out your transfers, but make sure you like the stream as well. Akshat is locked. Ahmad says, is Maddison on pens? I think Solanke. I guess if you've got a strong front eight, then you could hold Diaz if you've got a benching problem. But like the ceiling for Mbermo and for Trossard and the Spurs mids just feel so high this week, and they're great picks long term that I feel like the transfer is just worth it. FPL Spudjack looking at Trossard, Maddison as differentials. I really like Trossard this week, guys. I really do. Discover Riddle says, I have Vardiol in my starting 11. Should I go against him and start Jimenez, or should I start Morgan Rogers? Start Morgan Rogers. Medicamp, would you go Trossard over Saka if it meant you could get to Palmer? Yeah, ideally you'd get Saka and Palmer in, but if you're short on funds, then yeah. PJ says, don't panic. Yeah, please don't panic. We've still got 13 minutes till the deadline. It's loads and loads of time. But yeah, shall I put the... I think what I'm going to do is put the team, the Liverpool team up. Because I think that's the most important thing. And then hopefully I'll have room to then put my team up as well. Sorry, I'm just... I know this is a bit messy, isn't it? But maybe I'll reorder them. How does that look? So you've got my team on screen, and you've got that as well. But I have got, I've still got the tweet deck open as well. So yeah, if I'm guessing Diaz is still in the squad, but he's benched. So yeah. Oh, I've had a super thanks in from Chris. Was there a question to go with that, mate? First super on stream. Please don't do another super, but drop in your question, yeah? Drop in your question in the chat and I'll of course answer it. We are 11 minutes out to deadline. Sorry, I'm just trying to find Chris's question. Let's see if he's asked a question. Because I'm guessing there will be a question. Bench Luis Diaz and bring in Jimenez. Yeah, that works. See, I think if you've not got loads of transfers for after the break, then you're a bit more struggling. Yeah. So that is the team for Liverpool. Diaz is benched. Gakpo starts. So now is the time to react. Oh, here we go. Martinelli or Calafiori. I prefer Trossard over Martinelli, but yeah, the attackers for this week. Calafiori probably will start, but it's not absolutely sure. I'm just trying to keep an eye on if there's any other leaks, like on Lewis, for example, because obviously City do play today. Like, if we got a leak that Foden started as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep on top of everything. The tweet deck's still open, so you know if anything comes in. Bench Diaz and bring in Wood. I prefer to replace him. If you've got a stack of transfers, if you're still going to have 2 free transfers after the break, I would just replace Diaz. Because I really like Mbermo, Trossard and Johnson for not just this game week, for the long term. Yeah, so my team is on screen. The Diaz leak that he is benched is on screen as well. Literally everyone is reporting Diaz benched. Jota, Gakpo, Salah, James in the 10 potentially. We are 8 minutes out to deadline. I'm just keeping an eye on things. I can't see any more leaks. Still time to answer a few of your questions quick fire. Jota in, Diaz out. Seems a little sideways. Sell Mikalenko or play Robinson or buy Lewis. Just play Robinson. You know, you'll probably get an assist out of him. Start Rodgers or Vardy. Rodgers. Diaz to Gordon. He's not great away from home. Or out of position, to be fair. Well, we've smashed the like target. Can we try for 300? Go like the stream. Bring Jota in for Diaz. Feels too sideways. Yeah, Diaz is benched. Who are you bringing in, Simon? Let me know in the chat who you've brought in for Diaz or if you've held him. Should I sell Dunk for -4? No. Is there news about Savio? No. -4, Diaz out, Trossard in. I hope that pays out off for you. It's difficult to take that. I'll do Fantasy Challenge after the deadline, Bonkers, so in 7 minutes. So keep on the stream for that. Mohamed is selling Trent and Diaz, buying Vardy and Trossard, or Saka and Van der Ven. Or Trossard and Van der Ven. Saka over Trossard. I got Palmer last week. I'm not one of these bandwagoners. I bought him in on my wild card. Yeah, just checking, guys, that I've not got any more leaks. You know, a bit of City team news would be nice, but yeah, we've not got any. Diaz is benched, guys, and is a sell. Replace Eze for Trossard. Yeah, nice move. Trossard or Johnson? Trossard. Is Mauzari still an option? No. Keep Wood or transfer to DCL? Just keep. I wouldn't make unnecessary transfers this week. No City team leaks, unfortunately, as things stand, I'm afraid. Diaz is benched, Elliot. Solanke or Jackson? Solanke? If you've not got any Chelsea, though, maybe Jackson. Diaz to Mbermo. Salah to Palmer for -4. I think I'd just do Diaz to Mbermo for free. I'm not convinced that Palmer outscores Salah by 4 points this week. No City team leaks, I'm afraid, guys. There are none at the moment. We've got 5 minutes to deadline. Is it worth taking a hit to remove Diaz? If you go in Mbermo Trossard, I think, yeah, that's fine. Not having any Liverpool forwards is criminal. Not owning Palmer last week was criminal. Johnson in for Diaz. Gabriel in for Timber for a -4. Nah, don't take the hit for the defender. Diaz for Trossard for a -4, just done. Wood off the bench for Diaz. Prefer... yeah, maybe. With Rico Lewis playing, there's no City team leaks. There aren't any. I can't give you them if they don't exist. Use one free transfer to do Trossard for Diaz. Nice. Bring him McNeil for Diaz to free up funds. Yep, that works. Rodgers or Welbeck? Rodgers. Duran in for Diaz? No. News on Foden. There's no City team leaks, I'm afraid. Keep Wood or transfer to DCL. Just keep Maddison for Diaz. Like it. Timber out. I think he should be fine. Trossard or Havertz? Havertz. Will Bernardo Silva start? No City team leaks, but assume he was. 4 minutes to go. Lewis starts. There's no City team leaks, but I'm expecting him to. Johnson or McNeil? Probably Johnson. Trossard captainer. Good luck. Start Colwell or Lewis? Lewis. Wood or Duran? Wood. Any news about Savio? No. Rico Lewis news? None. Sancho or Trossard? Trossard. Best time to wildcard? Probably game week 8 or game week 12. Trossard captain, good luck. This is quickfire. Charles thinks that Foden, KDB, Lewis score. Palmer will outscore Salah. Palace away is easy. Palace have been terrible, and Salah has 14 goal involvements in 10 games against them. Gravenberch or McAllister for draft? McAllister. Downgrade Trent to Porro to get Solanke. If you've still got transfers beyond that, then yeah. Sorry, just having one more look to see if there's any City leaks. I don't think so though. Downgrade Trent to Porro to get Solanke. We've just done that one. Start 2. Mikalenko's injured, so Lewis Mazzari. Bench Diaz and play Rodgers. Yep. Diaz from Burmo. Nice move. Duran in. Foden is starting is a leak that we're getting. Diaz is benched. Sell, sell, sell. Yeah, Diaz is benched, guys. If you're just tuning in now, where have you been? But yeah, Diaz is benched. Gakpo is starting in his place, so he is a sell in my eyes. So if you've got him, sell him. Now is the time to sell. I like Mbermo if you've not got him already. I like Trossard. I like Brennan Johnson. Start Rodgers or DCL, asks Nelson. Rodgers. Start 2 of Konza, Fez, Greaves, Murillo. Konza. Fez. Yeah, Diaz price is going to drop like a stone, guys. I think he's been consistently one of the most bought players. There is no City leaks, I'm afraid. We are... how many seconds away? We're a minute away, guys. Lock in. Check your team. Order your bench. Set your captaincy. Diaz does not start for Liverpool. He is a sell in my eyes. I would be looking, if you're a Diaz owner, to bring in Mbermo, Trossard or Johnson. Nigel the Crab, aka Simon, is on Trossard captain. Femi says Foden and Vardiol for Diaz and Trent, or Palmer and Lewis. Palmer and Lewis. Slitzation. Savio Bernardo or no City mid. No City mid. And Burmo, Trossard, Johnson is where it's at, guys. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Trossard triple captain in my daughter's team. Medicancer, just taking a massive risk. Let us know in the WhatsApp what you've done. Tune into Holly's next deadline stream to find out if it pays off. Right, deadline 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are at the deadline, but do not disappear because exciting news this week. If you haven't played Sleeper already, this is exclusively for those new to Sleeper. I've got a massive bundle of prizes to give away in my Sleeper Prediction League this week for FC25. So if you're not on Sleeper yet, hit the link, scan the QR code and get yourself over to Sleeper, because I've got 3 prizes to give away, first, second and third, to anyone that is a brand new downloader of the Sleeper app today. So I've got my iPad here and I'm going to be looking out for a flurry of people joining my prediction league, because this is super easy. All you have to do, click the link or scan the QR code to download the Sleeper app and then set your predictions of who's going to win every Premier League game this week, win or draw. Now, whoever gets the most predictions, you get a point per prediction. So I'm going Liverpool win, Arsenal win, Brentford win, Leicester draw, City win, West Ham win, Newcastle win, Villa win, Chelsea win, Spurs win. You put your predictions in, you get a point for each prediction, and then those that are new customers to Sleeper this week will win. There's 3 prizes to give away. Now, last time I looked, there wasn't loads of people that had joined the pool since I released this, and they won't all be new to Sleeper. There was about 25 people have joined, so you've probably got a 1 in 25 or better chance of winning one of these prizes. So all of the top 3 will get an FC25 copy of the game on whatever platform you use, PlayStation, Xbox or PC. And I'm also giving away bundles of FC points as well. So about £35 worth to third place, £65 worth to second place, and top first place will get £100. I can already see people joining from the chat. It should be available globally, as far as I know. Jesse says he's joined. So let me know if you've joined and I'll look for you in the chat. Let me know your username and I'll give you a shout out. So get your device, scan your device on your phone or whatever, download the Sleeper app and get your predictions in for this week, because some fantastic prizes. Alistair says, just downloading now. I can see you in there, Alistair F. You are in. If you're new to Sleeper, this is for you. FC25, it's only been out a week. Anyone else joining? I want to see more people joining me in Sleeper this week, and get your predictions in for each game. There's a few that I'm not sure of. I'm confident of a Liverpool win, confident of an Arsenal win, and Brentford. Leicester Bournemouth, that's a tricky one to pick. Let me know. Yes, Nelson, you can win in Uganda. City win, I'm confident of. West Ham Ipswich could go either way. Influencer 24, I can see you in there. You are in. Nelson, are you in? I can't see you in there yet. I've just seen Alistair's joined. Influencer 24, I can see you in there. Jonesy 121, I can see you in there. Chops 1983, I can see you in there. If there's anyone having any problems, connect with me on the app and I can send you a link. Chris D is Valley Boy 73, he's in. People saying Bournemouth win. Everton Newcastle, do we think that's a Newcastle win? Villa Manchester United, I'm confident of a Villa win there. Chelsea Forest, I'm confident of a Chelsea win. Brighton Spurs, I think that high line. I think it's going to be a game with goals, but I think Brighton will have the edge. Muckwiff, you are in. Thank you for joining. Good luck. Hamzel, you are in. I can see you. Arkansas City draw. I don't know about that. Amateur says FPL RSD. But yeah, any problems, my handle on there is Holly Shand. So connect with me as a friend and I can send you the link if there's any problems with the QR code tracking. But hopefully there's 3 of you in here. By next week, you're going to be a winner with a copy of FC25. So do check that out. I've still got my iPad open, so I'm going to still keep an eye out The link's pinned in the chat. It's in the chat. It's in the description as well. So any more names that I see jumping out, I will obviously do them as well. The other thing we need to do before the well, probably we don't need the Liverpool team news, we know it. Before the team news comes out for Crystal Palace is set the challenge team for this week. Brucey the Shark, you're in. Addo Shard, you're in. Jack Boardman, I can see you in there as well. You are in. Yeah, deadline's passed, guys. Right, hang on. I need the FPL site up again now because I need to set my challenge team. I'm going to have to make this bigger, aren't I? So I'm never going to see what I'm doing. I've been doing all right in challenge this season, yeah, guys. I was quite happy with my performance so far. So this week, it's still international series. Asia Pacific, double points from players. So in terms of the Asia Pacific players, there's Chris Wood. Chris Wood and Matoma are probably the only ones worth owning. But do you have to own them? That's the question. How many points do we think we get? Obviously, if you're going to captain one of these players, they're going to get you some big points, aren't they? Because it's double points doubled. But is it worth it? I'm looking at Chris Wood. Like if he gets a goal, that'll be like 12 points. If I captain him, that's 24 points. Like anyone else is going to find it hard to emulate that. So maybe I go Chris Wood and I captain him. I feel like I need one player in. I think Wood is the one. I don't think I'll... Maybe I do go Matoma. I feel like Matoma's ceiling is like 6 points in there. What do we think? Would you go Matoma? What do we think? So it's double points. I mean, you can only captain one. So I don't think I'm gonna bother with Matoma. How do I chuck players out? I think I'm going to go Chris Wood, captain. And then who else am I going to go with? That's the question. Who do I really want this week? I might go Trossard, you know. I feel like Haaland. Need to have Haaland, yeah. Is there a budget? Unlimited. Right, so I'm going to go Haaland. Oh. You could go Haaland. I think I'll go Chris Wood captain. I don't know where to go. I don't think there's any point selecting Wood if you're not going to captain him. Palmer, Saka, Salah, Trossard. Defender's got to be Gabriel. Goalkeeper's got to be Raya. Right, hear me out then. So if I captain Haaland and he gets 10 points, I'm going to get 20. If Haaland gets 2 goals, say, I'm going to get like 24 points. I only need a goal from Chris Wood. But then it's like, do you even own Haaland? I'm not sure about Trossard. That Trossard spot. If I'm not going to captain Haaland, do I need him? Like, I could go. I've got Haaland captain in FPL, so why not have some fun? So I've got Chris Wood, Trossard, tricky, isn't it? It's midfielders. Palmer, I've got in FPL. Saka, I've got in FPL. So maybe I go Salah. Should I go Salah? He's got a great record against Palace. Maybe I'll do that. Wood captain. Salah. Trossard, because he's a player I wish I owned this week. Gabriel Raya I've got. Oh, there's Havertz as well, isn't there? I think I'm just going to do that. Why not? Dario, yeah, so the Pan American... No, it's not. What is it? Pacific? Asia Pacific. So they get double points. So a Wood goal... I mean, if Wood blanks, he'll get me 8 points. If he gets a goal, he's going to get me 24 points as captain. That's why I'm going captain. Mike's gone. Matoma Palmer in midfield. No, the deadline for challenge continues. DeFarsha says Palmer, Gabriel or Trent Raya. I could go Trent. Oh, I don't know. Oh, we've made it to 250 likes. Mike's also gone Wood captain. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Right, so now we're just waiting for the team sheets to drop. So they're going to drop in about 4 minutes. Is anyone still here? 200 of you. I'll take that. Thank you, guys. Who else have I seen join the league on Sleeper? Oh, so there's been quite a few, actually. So I can see... Oh, there's loads more. MickDad27 is in. Oh, yeah, I can see you, Mick. Sabi Gup, I can see you in there. Padaboy, Dwayne, Kaiwang, Klepto, Ahmad, and Mugars. Oh, yeah, I can see you, Ahmad. You're in. Hopefully it was easy, yeah? All you had to do, download the app using the link in the description or the QR code. Put your predictions in for every game. You can change your predictions, by the way, guys, as well. If you see team news and you want to change your mind, you can change your mind up until kickoff of each game. And yeah, 3 lots of FC25 prize bundles for new players of Sleeper this week. Right, we will get team news in 2 minutes. Hopefully, there's nothing major. We'll cross our fingers. Oh, what have I done there? I've clicked on something I didn't mean to. But yeah, we know that Diaz is benched. Oh, do I mind showing my team? No, of course not. There's the team. Yeah, that Liverpool lineup is fully locked now. It's the Palace lineup that we need. I shouldn't imagine there's any surprises there, though. Interestingly, as well, I don't know if you can see this. Mings is in the Premier League 2 side for Aston Villa today. So he's going to be back soon. If he's fit enough to start, he's obviously just getting up to match fitness and speed and stuff like that. Good to see him back, though. Yeah, the Liverpool team is everywhere. It's the Palace team. It'll be out though in 20 seconds. Right, so let's see then, what have we got for the Palace team? Give it a refresh. Here we go. Henderson, Munoz, Chalobah, Gay, Lacroix, Mitchell, Lerma, Water, Eze, Sarr, and Nketiah. Mateta is benched for Palace. There was definitely a couple of you who was going with Mateta out this week. I don't think there's any other surprises in that 11, is there? Kamada is benched as well, if anyone was looking at him in challenge. So then Nketiah, out and out number 9. Like, he could be a bargain in FPL. And obviously that Liverpool lineup now confirmed as well, with Diaz on the bench, 4 changes. Alisson, it's a back line. Oh, Tsimikas. Didn't see that come in. So maybe some of these leakers got lucky. So Tsimikas is in for Robertson. So we've got Alisson. We've got a back line of Trent, Konate, Van Dijk and Tsimikas. In the midfield, we've got McAllister and Gravenberch and Jones. And up front, Salah, Jota and Gakpo. At least the Diaz bench was right. But yeah, that Palace lineup is interesting. Mateta dropped, which we didn't see coming. You know, Kamada was looking pretty nailed as well. But yeah, now it's Eze, Sarr and Nketiah. I mean, they had to change something. Oh, FPL Spud Jack's got Robertson. No Robertson. What a week, hey? What a week. There we go then. Massive thank you to everyone that's chosen to join me today. It is the international break coming up. I will have some content out at the start of next week, but then I'm having a few days off. But I will, and I know, actually, I'm tell a lie, there's no deadline stream for Game Week 8 either, because I'm on Sky Sports, but I am planning on doing a charity press conference stream on the Friday, which will be a fun one. So thank you for watching, guys. Good luck, especially those of you that are joining me on Sleeper this week. I hope that goes well for you guys, and I will see you again on Monday with a look at how the weekend went.